All right, here we go. Finally got a full-time camera, not iPhone, something to prop up on for actual videos. So now we're actually gonna start shooting content like I've been wanting to for a while. Main thing we'll get into in a minute, but finally on a full-time schedule. I graduated college, actually in a routine, so things are looking good, but let's get started. All right, so stopping at Wawa. Had to get a classic hoagie. In my opinion, the best you can get. Little meatball sub. My opinion, the most phenomenal. If anything you can get at Wawa. But while we're here, I want to talk about kind of what the plan is and what we're doing. So for work, I work on an odd schedule. So every other week, I work on the days I have off. So it's 2, 2, 3. Just 1 week where I work on the first and third set, the 2 and the 3. The next, I only work on the second set of 2 days. So in a calendar week, I have off 5 days and I work 5 days every other day, and I do 12-hour shifts. Now, 12-hour shifts plus a commute is a lot to actually go to the gym, get a good workout and quality. So what my coach worked on was that I'm going to be pretty much working out on the days that I've off. So I kind of work out 2 to 5 days a week in a calendar week. It depends on what you count it as. But next, the goal of what we're working towards, December 6th, I have a powerlifting meet. Now, what do we expect? I don't know, because it's the first time I've been on this program and I weigh a little bit lighter right now, but the goal is to bulk, as always. We're around like 225. We dropped down like 15, 20 pounds at the start of the summer after college, just due to taking a little bit of time off from the gym, as well as increasing steps, increasing quality of food. And I was in Italy for around a week, so not too much time of actually focused lifting, just walking, checking around, enjoying time with my family, etc., etc. And yeah, so today we have primary squat. I believe a double at RP 7.5. So gonna be kind of chill, maybe push it a little bit. We'll see how it feels. I'm thinking around 452 to 463 ranges, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll see you guys there. Hey, good work. All right, so finished up the session. Didn't go too bad. Probably hit stuff at around what I wanted to. The bench was actually either a PR or a tied PR. I hit 270 last week, which I wasn't sure if it was a match PR or not, but that was definitely at least a match this week. I know that for a fact. But the next thing I want to do is go over the goal board. So that's short term, medium term, long term, and then we got some daily kind of stuff we have to do. So I got to check off morning sups. So a little, but pretty much this is outlining stuff for the long term. So long term is QT for Open Nationals. These are the weight classes. So from 110, which is what I currently am, 742. 125 would be 755. And then medium term, this is kind of goals for the comp. 250 squat, which is 551. 160 bench, which would be 352. And then 300 kg deadlift, 661. So I think these are all in range of very achievable. Like we've done a 235 squat, so it'll only be 15 kilos. Done a 150 bench, so it'd be 10. And then we've done 285, so it'd be 20, yeah, 15 as well on the deadlift from what we've done. So all within range. We have a lot of time to do this. And then short term, 230 body weight. I'm at like 223 in the morning right now. 573 deadlift, just touching that again because we'll be doing rep work for the meantime, and the same thing, 45 squat. 45 squat I think I might be touching next week depending on how I feel. Again, the 463 went pretty well. Deadlift, we're at 520 for this block, so next week we'll probably go up to something closer to like 550. So that would mean we're probably a block away from the deadlift, but yeah, so overall those are the goals. The main things are just hitting the daily stuff every day, because that's what's going to give us the recovery. So the sleep, the water, the creatine, the supplements, etc., etc., etc. Those are what's going to be compounding the strength, the 1% better every day that I want to focus on. And overall, we've been doing well. We're pretty light. So honestly, strength-wise, we're a lot, probably closer to our top end than we've ever been. We start putting on the body weight again, and we're going to kill it. So it's kind of going to be a prep series, I guess a bulk / prep series. And I'm going to try to get it either a video per day, or like I was touching on earlier, like the 2 to 3 day blocks where I train. I might do that, and then maybe a little in between, we'll see. Depends on how much time I can get in and all the above. But so shaved and showered and everything, was kind of thinking about stuff. And why are we doing this? This channel has always been kind of a documentary / a journey of where I started to where I am now. And, you know I'm not the best powerlifter that's ever existed. I'm not even close to that. I would argue that I might not even be intermediate. But the fact is I'm showing what it's like to be someone who was not naturally gifted, not, the perfect specimen, wasn't always gifted at strength. And I kind of want to show the ins and outs and what happens when someone who is ordinary does everything properly and gets from A to Z and hitting all these things, we're being regimented and everything, and how that can make an impact. The thing is, who knows, maybe someday I could be something special. But you got to start out as nothing to be a little something. So this series is kind of just going to be the start. It's my third competition. We'll see what happens, and who knows, 10 years down the line, maybe I am something a little stronger. Maybe all this time I'm going to put into this and all this effort is going to be paid off. But it starts with day one and just doing the minimum. So we're going to just try to be our best self and continue and push our way forward. And yeah, I do coach too. So if anybody does want powerlifting coaching, you can hit me up on hilly.lifts on Instagram. It's where I've been posting most of my stuff in this little hiatus. I've been off YouTube. But yeah, that'll be about all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll be posting more, so tune in for that. But all right, I'll see you guys.